Hello? Hello? Hello, hello, hello. Let me see this button, this button, this button. This lever. No, this lever is better if I don't touch it. This lever is better if it stays where it is. Where we are? Wait. Here I am. Why my mouth? Why my mouth is moving so much? I don't know. My mouth is moving so much compared to before. Yes, there was an update. I didn't launch the chat. Sorry. So I cannot read you. I cannot read you. Here I am. Okay. Now I can. Now I can. Now I can. Hello, Tony. Hello, Raoni. Welcome. Yeah, there's been an update of the software that is managing my webcam, and as you can see, my mouth is moving so much now. Look at that. I mean, it's like blah 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 blah. Wow. Why so much? Before it was not moving at all, and now it's moving so much. Look at that. Oh my god. No, we need to do something about it. Wait. We need to do something about it, okay? Let me see. Advanced tracking configuration. Joe's. Do you think it's the Joe or what? I think it's I need to go to the dentist. No. I think it's mouth, or it's Joe and cheeks, or is mouth and tongue. Mouth smiling, mouth frowning, movement smoothing. Oh my god, it's so complex, boys. There are 1 million settings too. I think it's the Joe anyway. Let me try Joe. Joe opening. Yes. Blah 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 blah. Intensity smoothing. Let me see if I do this. Blah 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 blah. 1 2 3 test. 1 2 3. Yeah, I think it's this one. So you can block the eye intensity, but actually the weird thing is that movement smoothing, lips together, left jaw side to side movement, eye intensity movement to the right. What do you mean to the right? I don't know. Jaw forward movement. Forward movement? What do you mean by forward? A jaw can go forward. No, it doesn't. It doesn't go forward. Puffing cheeks. Can I puff my cheeks? I can puff my nose. I can puff my nose a bit. I don't know. I think it's better than before, but you see that sometimes it's opening really a lot. Really a lot. I don't know why, but wow. Global symmetry? No. Jaw opening. I mean, I can remove the jaw opening, but if I remove it, if I remove it, it's still opening. Look. Even if I said trigger when dropping the jawbone. When dropping. I don't know. I think we will keep my mouth like this, but it's weird. Mouth smiling, mouth side to side. Look at how many settings there are. It's insane. I can recalibrate maybe. Let me recalibrate. Maybe. Bah. Okay. We will go with this. I mean, my mouth is moving more than normal, but it's fine. I mean, it's moving weird. Sometimes it's... I think because they added... You know what they added? They added a lip sync something. They added lip syncs. Audio-based lip sync, but I think it should be off by default. Crywave. Audio-based lip sync technology. Maybe it's this one. Look at that. Yes, it's this one. Audio-based lip sync technology, which was enabled. Look. Noise threshold, all duration. It's so complex. Look at how many controls they added. It's insane. The time duration before the gate goes to be open to close. No, I don't want that. Let's remove it. I think it was this one because they just added to the software, and so now my mouth will not move anymore because I lowered it so much. Okay, it's not very important, eh? I think it's not very important. Okay, I think now is a bit better. It's still kind of slow. I mean, it's not really... Well, no, it's not bad. It's not bad. Let's leave it like that. Let's leave it like this, boy. Hello, Marcelo. Hello, Smash. How are you? How are you? So, did you see the clickbait title? Good clickbait, huh? Very good clickbait. Life choices. Life choices. In reality, we have to work exactly the same thing we worked the last time. So there is nothing more, but I wanted to call it in a bit of a fancier way than character creation. And so I decided to call it life choices, which actually it is life choices. I didn't have any time because yesterday I was doing something else. But wait. Finally, I have the cable that goes into my PC, which is, you know, the good cable. Look at this. I think I shown it to you already. I don't remember. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. It's a bit slower than yesterday, though. Yesterday was nearly 900. The app, I think, is good. It's 310, and it was 310 yesterday as well. The download went down a bit. I don't know why. But it's still insane, huh? It's still very good. It's still very good, huh? So I have fiber basically inside the house now. And then from there, it goes with a category 7 cable everywhere. I mean, not really everywhere, but in many places. Okay, so boys, we need to finish this thing because when I finish this, I release the new release. You know, I release the new alpha. So we need to go quick. Will not be perfect, but I want the first version out. Otherwise, you know... Okay, so what we decided the last time was 2 days ago is that we will have the animal affinity divided in three areas. One is the type of animal. One is his daily cycle. By the way, it should not be daylight. It should be diurnal. Diurnal or nocturnal, that's the name. I was trying to put the right name yesterday, but it was diurnal or nocturnal. Now, I don't know. I don't know if these ones are meaningful. Because these events are taken from the old character creation, right? I think we can have more birth events. Let me see what we have at the moment. We have a nothing special. We have a nothing special. We have a nothing special, which makes sense, but it doesn't give you any bonuses. The problem is, how do we express the resistance? Let me see how it was in the old 203, 204. 203, 204. Close. 203, 204. Character creation live, character creation, progression events. We have to do like name. No, sorry. Name like character creation to something. Okay. 204. Brown way value 2, dark way value 2. It seems that we did not have magic resistance in the old system. I don't see any magic resistance. So there is a new idea. There is a new idea that we don't know how to do, how to create. Fuckerinos. So we don't know how to do it. Well, wait. In reality, we can do it exactly. No, because the magic resistance is target get variable value int. Is a variable. It's a variable that is set. Hello. Wow. Wow. We have a very big raid coming from Unreal. Hello, Unreal. Hello. So I have immediately to open the editor. I will immediately open the editor. We were working on some SQL stuff, but I need to prove that we are actually working with Unreal Engine. Let me switch my scene. You see my face a bit smaller, which is better. Hello. Happy birthday? How do you know that it's my birthday? Yes, it is my birthday. How do you know it? Yes, today is my birthday. We will not say the number though. Don't say the number, please. Yeah, for you, I can have as a tiger. As a tiger, I can have 10 years, 12 years. But anyway, welcome Raiders. We are a game that is named Plane Shift. It's named like this because in theory you are shifting through planes of existence to reach the actually game world where you are, and maybe in the future we will you will shift again. And our game is an old school MMO, and if you want to see some screenshots of the game in Unreal, for example, there is a new village that we built relatively recently, and the game actually was released many years ago with another engine, but now we are converting it to Unreal, and this is another city that we built a long time ago. And yes, the graphics, the graphics and the characters are pretty much still what they were in the previous game, but we have ideas to upgrade them one day when we will have the time. We are using. I asked Amanda to radio your birthday present. Thank you, One Learner, and thank you, Amanda, as well. That was very nice of you. That's very nice. The game is a fantasy MMO, so as you can imagine it, with spells, with monsters and creatures that you can attack and kill, and you can fight. You can have quests. You can craft. We have a crafting system which is pretty complex. You can craft, weapons. You can craft. You have herbalism part of crafting. You have a lot of stuff. So the game is pretty much functional, right? It's pretty much functional. We are working now on the character creation. I can launch the game so you can see it, considering that the majority of you will last probably a few minutes more, and then you will disappear like any good raid, but it's okay. It's okay. No problem. There is the login window, and we have in theory different servers, but at the moment the only server that is up is the test server and my local server that is here. And when you connect into the game, yeah, the server is still starting up because I just rebooted my machine, so it's loading levels. Is streaming levels. But yes, when you load into the game, you can create a character, choose characters that you already have, and you can then play. Yeah, it's a fully multiplayer. I don't know yet how many players we can support, but we will see it. The old game we reached 250, 300 concurrent players. At his peak when the game was famous, or anyway when the game was in his peak. And with Unreal, at the moment we only have an alpha out, and the alpha is not yet so there is the character selection where you can select the different characters and enter into the game, or we have the character creation, which is the one that we are working on right now. For movements, we use Advanced Locomotion, which is a plugin that is now available for free, that allows you to have, walk, sprint, run, and you can have, this character is in the middle of nowhere, but he will teleport himself to the right place very soon, because when he's falling down, he will teleport into the main city as soon as he reaches a certain height. I hope so. In theory, boys. In theory. In theory, it should. If it doesn't, we will force it into the right place with a teleport. And we will go into the main city. Here we are in the main city. We have, the chat, the commands, and everything else is fully working. So we have already the ability for game masters to do special stuff, and we can, the mantle system is working. I mean, it should be working now. For some reason it doesn't want to work now because I'm showing it to you, but as you can see, the movement is based on the Advanced Locomotion system. And there is a bit about the game. Okay, so you have an inventory, you have weapons, you have so I can put on my helmet. I have weapons, I have tools, I have shields. So pretty much the basic system is working, right? In terms of managing items, and and quest, and we have also some emotes that we can use already, and such. Now, what is the complexity? The complexity is that the system itself is, if you look at the C++, is basically a porting of the old game, and we have, you know, managers for different managers for a different part of the system. So you can see, for example, here generally we manage banks meaning the ability for the player to store money or store objects in a bank NPC. We manage obviously the chat, the combat, the commands, the character creation, and so on. These are all the managers that we have, which are server side C++ for the game, and then we have let's say the core of our objects, which is here under bulk objects, which are describing, for example, the PS character, which is derived from the standard actor with a lot of additions. If you look at this class, it's 7,000 lines of code. So I think at the moment we have more than 150, 180,000 lines of code, and it's growing, right? It's growing. So anyway, thank you again for the raid. If you have any questions on the game or any question on what I'm doing, please feel free to chat and speak. If you are just passing by, it was nice to meet you and have fun with Unreal Engine. Okay, so I show you a bit the game. So now I will go into what I was doing. So what I was doing before you joined was basically to improve the character creation. We have a bit of a special character creation because we want during the character creation to basically explain your life from birth to the current age, right? The current time, the present time. And so during the character creation, the first thing that you are going to select is the planet where you were born, because actually we are in this game you can be born in different planets. You can born in different, yeah. And because every race is living in theory in different planets and then is traveling to the game world due to a number of events that would be long to explain here. But hello Hula, hi, welcome, and thank you for the follow. Irlurl, IRL or URL? Ah, okay, IRL or URL. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow also DVA, Marquera, and thank you for the follow Atis19. Hi and welcome. By the way, the game will be released for free for everyone. Actually, our game originally was open source. So even today, if you go to our main page, which is planeshift.it, and you go under sources, which is here, source code, you can access the source code repository, which is on SourceForge, and it was released under GPL, right? So the code obviously now for Unreal is very different. So, but here you can still see the old code, and it's basically for the server part is pretty similar to what we have today. Now in Unreal, I didn't fully decide the license yet, but at the moment, you know, it's not open source, but it may be in the future. I don't know. I will still have to decide. But in general, I think that the game is made, you know, to be free for players and to allow, you know, developers to join and help us with the development of the game. So if any one of you is interested in joining and helping, that would be nice.
You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
And yes, in case you are making a project, you will be assimilated. So one day you will join us. I know. I know. You will try to make your game, then you will say, no, it's too complex. And then you say, why not join PlaneShift and complete the game, right? Maybe you will do that one day. I don't know. So what we were working on is here on the login. When I click create character, there is this universe view, how I call it, right? So it is a view of the universe with different stars. I don't know if it's evident enough, but these are basically different stars with different planets in them, in their solar systems, or in their star system, let's call it. And these are the names, you know, of the races. So as soon as you click on one race, you will see the race, like this guy. And also you will hear the voiceover. Now the voiceover is disabled, but because I heard it too many times, and so I cannot listen to it anymore. But you will hear the voiceover of the history of the race, right? Also, what we added is that here in the bottom right, if you click on, you don't see it because there is the chat on top, but if you click on this button, right? You have the statistics for this particular race, right? Now we are working with a dummy database, so this race is not really set up, but if I go on this race, as you can see, you have different values, and here you have the explanation of the stats. It's very similar to Dungeons and Dragons kind of, you know, old school MMO kind of stats. So you have strength, agility, endurance, intelligence, will and charisma. So it's something that any player that played role-playing game is, you know, kind of familiar with. But then during the character creation, you can change a bit the aspect of your guy, choose a male or female, and then confirm it, right? When you confirm it, you start in the birth, you know, so where you were born, and so you can choose a specific constellation under which you were born, right? And each constellation can give you different bonuses, right? And here you can see that the bonus is changing as you select. Like, for example, this one is giving you more strength, right? This one, I think, is giving you, yes, more charisma, and is reducing a bit the agility and things like that, right? At the moment, this data is pretty much dummy data. So then after this choice, you go into another screen, which is this one, where after you are born, you decide some events that happened. Hello, Dr. House. Thank you for the follow. There are some events that shape a bit of, you know, the early life of your character, and also those choices may make a difference, right? In terms of skills. So in terms of skills, so this was, for example, your main activity, right? So you liked archery a lot since you were young, and participating in winning some tournament, you decided to make a job out of it if you were a skills crafter of bows and arrows. So this, for example, is an example, okay? And again, this data at the moment is dummy data. So, I mean, most of this is just random text. I mean, not completely, but most of it. And so this one, for example, is costing you 30 points in the character creation, and is giving you these bonuses. So plus 10 intelligence and plus 3 crystal weight. So you can choose it, and it goes here, and so on. And so you can continue to, you know, select options of your early life, which will change, you know, the way your character is in terms of skills and stats, right? So in here, as you can see, you have some stats. Now this window, we will probably rework it a bit. I don't know, this is the best I managed to do up to now, but we may make it a bit more sexy from the graphical point of view. And yeah, and you see that now the points are lowered because you use 30 points for your choices, right, or more, and so on. So you can select more of those. You have 10 selections possible, I think. And anyway, you need to respect the total amount of character points. right, that you have. So you can go to 0 but not below 0. So the choices are costing points based on the bonuses that they are giving you, and you can always see here at the bottom which kind of advantages you are getting, right? Now, all of this is kind of new compared to the old game. So the old game was done with a different, let me put a bit of background music meanwhile. The old game was done in a similar but not identical way. So the concept was the same. So the concept was to follow your character from birth to the current age, right? The current adulthood. But it was done very differently. Okay, so it was not the same UI, not the same choices. Now we have in a Google Doc all the old choices, right? Which are all these ones. And what I want to do today, and I think that I will not finish it today, obviously, but what I want to do is to review these choices and understand if these choices are still meaningful. I want to keep them, I want to change them, I want to add new ones. So one thing that we decided are the categories. So the categories are fixed, you know, at the moment. So there is the zodiac selection, which is the constellation that you were born under, and yes, and it will matter for the main plot, right? Will make a difference in the main plot. And then we have these categories, these 8 categories, which are the birth event, the childhood, the main activity, the side activity, the religion, which may be applicable but not to all the races. So it's something that I need to, you know, tweak a bit. The relationship, so if you had important relationship in your life, in the early life, that help you to define the way you are today. And then the life events, right? Now, my strategy is to define it in an Excel file, and then thanks to some macro that we have to generate the sequel directly from here. They can just copy paste and put into my database, and in the database it will go pretty much in 2 tables. So it will go, well, in 3 tables. It will go in the character creation, in the character creation live, and in the progression event script. Consider that we have kind of our own scripting language for scripting events in the game. So for example, if we have to give a bonus, you know, to a player on a particular skill, we can do it through these scripts, right? So these scripts are easy enough to recognize and to write for scripters, so for people that are not programmers, and at the same time, you know, they are compact enough to be parsed pretty much at runtime. Now there is actually a pre-parsing, so it's not fully runtime, but hello Justin, I was playing this game on an iBook G4 years ago. Yes, our game is quite old, but now it will get new life, you know, thanks to Unreal. I mean, it's already getting new life. So if you want to try the game today, you can. So you can join our Patreon, which is patreon.com/planeshift, and here you will have access to the alpha with the lower tier of $3. You will have access to the alpha, or you can just wait that we release it for everyone and it will be free. Or you can play the old game, become a veteran player of the old game, and then you get access automatically. Or you can redeem it redeem it with channel points. If you have enough channel points, you can redeem the alpha as well. Twitch channel point or YouTube channel point, because we are streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. And that is the reason why we are not affiliate on Twitch, because otherwise we could not do it. Okay, so if you have inputs, you know, if you have inputs, since we have if you have some ideas, you know, of other games that maybe you liked and ideas of the character creation, I think there is the time to tell me, because we are going to decide, you know, which options we are having in each of the categories, right? And I want to review. So there is already a Talad suggestion. My nickname is Talad, but my name is Luca. And in this column, I place some comments. I don't know if there are other people comments, probably not in this spreadsheet, but there were other people comments in, I think, these spreadsheets. Yes, and win comment to a comment, etc. And all the one that I said okay, I think is something that I already reviewed and I think I'm fine with. There are some, like for example this one, you know, that I said isn't a bit too harsh. So basically this one is Lost Twin, and the Lost Twin, I don't know, sounds a bit sad. Even if it's kind of a special event, because you can say that maybe your twin is still living in spirit form somewhere, and so you have a kind of a link, you know, with you still have some of a link with him. So I think it could be a good, you know, traits to roleplay. But I don't know if it's a bit too harsh and a bit too sad. I don't know. That was my comment, but definitely is a special one. The problem is if we make them too special, you know, and we don't have enough of them, then many players will have the same, right? And I think that as a role player, sometimes you want to create your own background, right? So you want your character to be special and to be unique. So I think that my suggestion is that maybe we will allow anyway in the game to change those things, just to edit it and change it to something else. And it will still be part of your story. So if you want, you can select this one to have this particular bonus, right? But at the end, if you want to change it in the game, I think you will be able to roleplay it differently. I remember mining on a specific area where the big monster, not sure if it was looting and I forgot, and the PvP player just jumping forward and back to clear space. Yes, going through the underworld. Yes, we have a death realm, which is actually when you die, you go into that place and you have to find your way out. Yeah, the bio window is already there. You have a character description, and you actually have two. You have an in-character description and an out-of-character description, and you can type in whatever you want. But the idea for me is that these choices will go into your main story, right? Into your main backgrounds. But I think I want to allow the people to edit any of these things. So this will be like a default that you get based on the choices, but if you want to change it later on, you can change it at any time. So you will just type on top of this text, you know. So you will see it in your character sheet as a background story, but you will be able to override it even completely. I think that would be a good idea. We have a problem with this one because one of our races do not have any type of god, which is the Diaboli race, and I I think there was an idea to have some of this applicable to a specific race only. The problem is that from the structure and the database, we don't have this option. We don't have this option. So or we add it, or we add a column here in the database that is saying which races can access which choices in the character creation, or we need to make them generic. Now, I was checking another thing. So I think having resistance to specific elements is very nice. And also I like it to be on the birth. The problem is that I don't know exactly how to create a script which is assigning a permanent variable set on your character, right? Because what I see in terms of resistance is that we have a get variable value, okay, but I think we should also have a set variable script. There should be a set variable. There should be a set variable. Maybe it's not here. It's not in the event scripts, but I think it's in the. I think it's in the quest. I think it's in the quest system. Because in the quest system, I'm sure that we can assign a variable. The problem is if we can use the same syntax or not. I don't think so. So I think we need to extend a bit the scripting. Oh my god, this freaking quest is like 20 pages. This is the scripting language that we use for our quest. Yeah, set variable. You see, set variable quest winch access. So actually this one is, the problem is that I don't know if we have a script. I don't know if we have the ability to script it in the progression events. Ah, yes, we have it. We have it. We have a variable set OP, which by the way should be also documented. Should be also documented in our wiki. We have a wiki. If you search PS wiki, plane shift something, you will find it. We have a wiki where most of our, scripting and operations are. To do. Yeah, it says to do, but I think it's working actually. Not if the variable is already set will be overridden. We can test it right away. We can select. We can try to use it and see what happens. Right? Let's try to see what happens. So in theory, but our scripting at the moment, doesn't allow doesn't allow that. Oh no, but we can do it. We can do it. I'm just thinking, where is the best place? Okay. So I think we need. I think we need to recognize variable. Yes, we need to recognize variable. The problem is, how do I do it? No, we can recognize. Wait, we can recognize Azure Way maybe, but it should be Azure Way resistance. Azure Way resistance. Okay. Let me add here the example so that we have the value, right? We have the value now. Resistance, poison resist. We have different resistance, by the way. Do we have this resist? Do we have the list of all the resistances? Good question. Do we have the list of all the resistances somewhere? Doesn't seem we do. Magic resistance, damage and saving throws. When the spell is damage, the amount of damage sustained is saving throw is made by the server confronting the cast the target knowledge of spell magic plus a random factor. Okay, but for example, poison. For example, poison is not listed. So how do we know? How do we know? I think the only way for me to know it is or to ask someone else in the team that probably created those scripts, or just to search all the resistance. Can we add resistance to armor? Yeah, armor is already resisting. You mean poison resistance to armor, or armor is already... I mean, armor is already fully managed. You know, maybe what I can do. No, because I need to find and grab. Maybe if I grab will be a bit easier. Or I can just put it here. Okay, we can, maybe we can because this one is only for magic. But actually we can resist to more stuff than just magic. And by the way, you see that magic resistance is not really listed. Let me search for saving throw and see. Hey, it's only here. It's only here. It's only here under magic. Okay, I think we can create another page and list it. I don't know if it's somewhere. Let me try to ping one or two guys and see if they are available by any chance. I don't think so, but in case. Do we have a list? Do we have a list somewhere with all the possible saving throw a player can have? For example, I see a poison resistance check in some scripts, or the ones for the magic ways. Because if we define, you know, the mage type, right, this type of damage, but type of damage is not what I'm searching for, at least not inside magic. I don't think we have it. I think we need to define it. I think we need to define it. Yeah, guide magic. Guide magic is this one. Player guide magic. No, I need to create another page, boys. I need to create another page. I'm just trying to understand where I need to put it. What is the best place? There is this getting started. There is the quick guide as well. I think anyways in one of those. There is also this gameplay documents. We have a bit of duplicates here, but I think we can add a new one here, which is related to damage type and resistance. I think I will create a new page. And I will call it damage type and resistance. And we can put it under... where was that? Gameplay documents here. Let's put it here, boys. Let's do damage types and resistance. Resistances or resistance, but I don't know. Resistance. Can you select like, yeah, this is what I did, but they are inside a script. That's the problem. They are inside scripts, so. Okay, so so let's say that the point is that in game, no, in through various means, you can get resistance to certain types of damage. For example, in character creation, your choices will determine some of those resistances, right? or when equipping an item, let's say also when equipping an item or casting a spell, you may get resistance to certain elements, right? Now, the one that we know for sure that they exist is the resistance to magic for each of the 6 ways. And so there are variables, so the way those are expressed are through, I say there are two major ways. One is with the equip script of the item, and the other is in character creation or is in the spells, right? Now, if an item... Now, the only thing that I don't know is if an item can give you resistance to magic and then it gets added to the one of the character creation, but I think so. So, let's say for magic, there are 6 types of resistance. Right? One for each way. Right? And we can simply, I mean, I can copy paste them, but there is basically one for each. So I think it's easier if I just type them in, you know. They are called as the ways. So there will be a crystal way resistance, you know, a blue way resistance, a crystal way resistance, a azure way resistance, and so on. So nothing special here. Now the problem are the others. The one that we need to find, brown way resistance. There are also other damage types and specific resistances. For example, we have, like this one that we found, a poison resistance, right? A poison resistance. You know what I will do? I will... can I query... Let me do this. Let me copy to CSV. I will copy all of this to CSV. I will put it in Notepad++. I know it's a bit of a crazy, but I think we don't have another way. And then I will search for space resistance. And I will do find all in current document. And this will just, you know, give me one line for each, right? And in theory, or I copy this again. Yeah, but I think we can then use this one as the result. Yes, I mean basically this search is what we need, right? And if I now search resistance here, I will find them all, right? Like poison, there's one per line. So blue way, red way, azure way, blue way, dark way, etc. Crystal, crystal, crystal. Azure, brown, brown, brown way. Basically 90% of them will be magic. I want just to see if there is, for example, some cold resistance or fire resistance that we added, or is only the poison one, which is how many lines we have? We have 1 million, huh? For now, all of this is magic. All of this is magic. Maybe I should have named the stream birthday stream, but all of this is magic. I think there is only one that is poison in addition. But we can add more. I mean, with the same theory, we could add more than one. Poison resistance, you see? Poison resistance. How many? Oh my god. Oh my god. Is there a fast disease resistance? Look at this. There is a disease resistance that we defined. I don't know exactly what is associated to, but we have it. Poison. 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 All of this is poison. All of this is poison. Now, having a poison resistance, I think, is pretty powerful. So we have to be a bit careful of giving it out in character creation. But I think it makes sense. I mean, people will not know anyway. This is all disease. Disease, 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 disease. And by the way, where do you see them then? Because you will have them as this is all disease. Look at the all of this is disease up to here. There is another poison resistance. Poison, 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 poison. Poison. Poison, 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 poison. All this is the same. All these ones are the same. And here we start with the... How many there are left? We are pretty much at the end. Azure Way, Brown Way, Azure Way, Brown Way. I think there is only poison and disease then, but it's good that we found the disease because it's something I was not aware of. Azure Way, Blue Way, Dark Way. Okay. Trying to go a bit faster, but I think we found them all. Poison. Red Way, poison, poison, crystal, blue, brown, azure, brown, poison, and red way. Okay, and we'll start from the beginning. Okay, so at the moment, these are the ways that I found, and so these are only the one I searched for all of them. So. You said it says via import Excel the quoted text. Yeah, it's okay. The monsters are in tune with nature, may be resistant to poison. We have to be careful in giving, you know, bonuses to specific races because that is a problem because it's not balanced, you know. As I said other times, if we want to give a bonus to the race, we then need bonuses for all the races. So everyone should be a bit different, and at the moment we don't have this concept. But okay, let me save it like that. We have poison and disease. We have magic, poison. For example, there is not fire or cold or electricity. even if it's true that the majority of the fire will be under red way, the majority of the cold will be in the azure way probably. Majority of the electricity will probably be in the blue way or whatever. So the elements are kind of covered by this. Now the problem is that if there is a fire which is actually not coming from a magical source, and if we want that to be, you know, to be something you can resist to, but okay, let's not go into a rabbit hole. You know, let's try to keep you know, things relevant and simple enough. So we may decide, you know, to provide this kind of resistances as variables. So if we do it, I think we need to detect in our script something like Azure Way resistance +3, okay? I don't know why +3, but with just a number. Now, how is that working in percentage? Wait a second. So the saving through is done. Red way divided 1 minus target get variable int red way divided by 200. So it's considering that you can resist as 100% if you have 200 resistance. Okay. So is 0.5% per point. So if we give 3, we are giving 1.5% of resist. I love having tea with the Mad Hatter. I would love to. I would like to speak with him immediately. So let's say if we say +3, we are giving a 1.5% chance of resisting, right? So we have to be a bit careful on where we want to push this if it doesn't become too much, right? So if we say +4 is a 2%. Is a 2% resistance to magic. I mean, it's not insane, but I mean, it's a new character, can be good to have. I mean, every 50 spells you block 1. I mean, it's not really much, right? It's not really much. Also because, yes, it's not that you are reducing the damage by 2%. It's that you have the chance to save against that spell, and so it may be halved or it may be negated completely. So exactly the same concept of saving in D&D, right? The way we implemented it. So, but anyway, so in our script we need to identify this. I think we can do it in a very simple way. The idea would be to just search for resistance, because we don't have any skill, any stat, or any animal affinity that is named resistance. So we can just do a search, right? So we can do a search. We can say else if 1 second. Element lowercase, what is it? Yes, element lowercase. If element lowercase includes resistance, we assume that this is a resistance. And in this case, we then take what we do final string variable aim actor name element value split element. Yes. Done. You see that developing this thing was a good idea anyway, because, you know, at the beginning it seems a bit overkill. I remember yesterday someone was asking, I mean, is it really worth it, you know? But now that we have it, you know, it's so easy to expand. And so if I have this, GG! And so we say Azure Way plus 2, and then I generate this script. It didn't work. Bad element, Azure Way resistance. It didn't work. Why? Resistance? No, I think includes is not the right one. Includes is the one that you use for arrays. Is not the right thing. Is there a find? No, wait. Why? Contains. Oh my god. Please. String contains. Or string find is the same. Because he's searching on. What? I'm not searching in the right place, huh? I'm not searching in the right place. I'm not searching in the right place. Index off. Holy moly. I would never have thought of the index off of a string. I mean, maybe of a character, but of a string. Why index off is not coming out? I think he's thinking that this is an array. But it is not an array. I cannot do index off. Why I cannot do index off? is greater than 0 or is different than -1? Is greater than -1. It seems he doesn't like it though. It seems that he's not considering this one to be a string but to be a... Okay, let's see. Bad element has your way resistance. Why he doesn't like me? I'm doing something stupid, but I don't see it. What I'm doing stupid? What I'm doing stupid, boys? There is something that I'm doing stupid, but I don't get it. Why index off here is showing while here index off is not showing? That's very strange, huh? I mean, is what? The starting column of the range is too small. What do you mean? The starting column of the range is too small. Can you ignore everything that is below these lines? Thank you. How do I go forward? Wait. I don't know. There is something simple that I cannot do. But we will see. Found is 18, okay? Found is 18. Now, why... do you think is I mean, is somehow he understands that that's an array, or is casting this to an array and so I cannot really use element lowercase the proper way? But because you see element lowercase, you see that he sees it as an array. I mean, why? It's not an array. Now I added the toString and now he sees the index off. Which is kind of funny, but... Okay, let me try it now. I added the toString in the middle, like to force him to think that that's an array. Yeah, I mean, that that's a string and not an array. He's still complaining about it. He's still complaining about it. He's saying bad element, so meaning that he cannot recognize this. He cannot recognize this index of. That's very strange. Patreon is 55 on 55. Yes, we reached 55 Patreons, I think yesterday or 2 days ago again, which is very nice. So thank you to all the supporters, by the way. Thank you. How do we do it, boys? I don't know. I mean, element lowercase, we declare it here. I mean, do I have a way to force? I mean, I can do the toString at the end, but I mean, it's already a string, so I don't know why I need to do toString again. I mean, this is a bit stupid. There must be something else that I'm doing, which is not. Ah, wait a second. Single quote? Why single quote? Single quote. Okay, single quote. Is it just a problem of the single quote or double quote? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. No, it's not. Single quote, it doesn't like it anyway. GG. We cannot get this thing. Bling. Hello, Martinico Luca. Hello, thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. At the moment we are working a bit on a script that should help us to speed up things in the creation of the options for the life choices in the character creation, but for some reason I'm stuck with a stupid string search, which is not very nice, but it is what it is. Let me try. Let me try one thing just as a test, okay? Let me try one thing just as a test. Get value. Was not get value? Ah no, because with the value we have it already, okay. You see that also here, index of is not working. I think it's not index off. I think it's not index off, or there is something else getting into our way. There is something else getting into our way. So like this is recognizing it. So if I go on source cell directly, so before the split, into the multiple elements, is actually able to recognize it. Let me just try now that we have it here if it works also with a double quote, just for fun. 1 second, because I want to understand if yes, it works in both cases. I think because before the split into array, he sees that as a string. It's very strange anyway. It's very, very strange. It's very, very strange. Because the first element anyway... when you parse the array, and you split it, when you parse the array and you did I do something stupid with the... By the way, what happens if you only have one element? If you only have one element, right? Did we try that again? Did we try that already? Oops. Bad element, Azure way. It doesn't recognize it. As soon as you go into the parsing of the array and you split it into... So it seems that he understands it is an array. When you go into this split element of 0, it just goes crazy. It just goes crazy, boys. Boom. Ah, it's so annoying to be stuck on something so simple. It's so annoying to be freaking stuck in something so simple. Resistance is not lowercase. Yeah, but this index of... you mean that the index of is not... Did you mean that index of is case sensitive? I need an index of which is not case sensitive. Okay, let me try resistance. Yeah, that's a good point, Gion. Hello, by the way. Okay, let me try like this. Could be, huh? Could be. Ah. I think that's probably the reason then. That he was not finding it because he was not... Because here I need to type it lowercase. Yeah. It's correct, Gion. It's correct. I think it's correct. So because here he finds it. So I think it's because the lowercase that we added here. So we always need to compare with lowercase stuff. In fact, you see that all these values are lowercase by purpose. Okay. It's strange that he was not... Okay. No, I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it's good. Uh-oh. Now we broke something else. No, we didn't. It's just that this thing is working only when you copy-paste again the... Okay, it works. Yes, it was only the lowercase, uppercase in the definition. Okay. Okay, good. Thank you, Gian. That was nice. It was only this lowercase because I used the lowercase here, but then I used the real element here. So actually when we print it uppercase, you see, as your way resistance. Very nice. Very, very nice. So this guy was something like this, right? Okay. Okay. That is good. One more point since we are here is that we need to wrap it on because this thing as it is doesn't work, because actually it needs to be a properly formatted XML, and the properly formatted XML needs to have a single root. So we need we need script and slash and end script, right, around this thing. So our final string should always start with this, and our final string should always end decide to use cookie from Google. Okay, should always end with this. Sometimes he does it automatically, like now, he recalculated automatically. Other times he doesn't. Okay, so this will be the script. And okay, so for now we can decide. Let me see if someone answered in my question. I think I listed all in a JO's page rules section, because you already listed the most relevant. I think I listed all in a JO's page. Someone answered, which is great. We are not alone, boys. We are not alone. Let me see if I find JO's page. It's an internal site. It's an internal wiki. Resistance. 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 Let me try poison resistance. No, there is magic resistance. Immune to all poison. I don't find that page. I don't find that page. If you have the URL, let me know. By the way, I don't know if you are interested, but there is... Hello, Crypto Eldin. Hi. Thank you for the follow. I don't know if you know, but there is TI running, the Dota TI running. I finished. GG. GG! I mean, he finished for today. It's a $40 million prize pool for this event in the Dota game. I don't know if you know Dota, if you like Dota. I like Dota. And let me just check what happened. LGD won versus Virtus Pro. Okay, so that's the last game of today. I see. So Team Secret and LGD are in the upper bracket, and then they will go, one of the two will go in the grand final. This game is absolutely insane. This game is absolutely something you should watch. I mean, if you like Dota. this one. And also we hope that OG is coming back, but OG is in the lower brackets. I think they can easily win versus Team... Well, easily. I think they can win versus Team Spirit, but I think that then when they face Virtus Pro, they may not win. But anyway. Dota 2 is the best game ever. Yeah, it's very nice. Also, I like that, you know, there is not a lot of randomness to the game. I mean, there is a bit of randomness, but the randomness is very, very low. So every time you play, you know, you feel that it's like playing chess, right? So, I mean, there is a bit of randomness, but like the drops of the neutral items, you know, but not too much. And that is making, I think that is making the game very, very nice. Very nice, very nice. Okay, we did this as well. So we have the ability to assign the resistance. Okay, do we want to do it? Yes, I think the answer we want to do it. Which percentage we want to assign? Let's say 2% resistance for now. Okay, I will not go more than that. So, are these values something that are meaningful or not? Like Azure in this... Let me see. Azure... There is only one Azure. There are 1 million crystals. Crystal Way resistance, Crystal Way bonus. Crystal Way resistance, Dark Way bonus. Resistance to red, brown and red, blue and blue, red and red, blue and blue, brown and brown, crystal and crystal, dark and dark. It's a bit of a mix though. So we have one for each or not? Let me try. We have Azure, Crystal. Can I copy this in an easy way? GG. I did the opposite of what I wanted to do. GG. Crystal. Then we have red. Then we have blue, brown, and dark. Okay, so we have the 6. These are the 6 where basically you are getting the bonus to the same way. And then we have a bit of a mixed ones. Okay, so we have this one which are like the opposite. Crystal and dark. Yeah, this is the opposite. I don't know exactly why you should get a bonus in dark and a resistance to the opposite, but okay. And here also we have the opposite. And here we have the 3 main duplicated. I don't know why. Life choices. Yes, the title is a bit of a clickbait, but actually we are deciding the life choices of our characters. So in the character creation, you have these nice balls, you know, with this nice effect at the top. And here you are choosing, you know, what happened in your life previous to starting the game. And these are the life choices that you make. And by the way, for the ones that just joined, today is also my birthday. The 14th of October is my birthday. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, I'm way more wise than, you know, 24 hours ago. And way more wise, way more. Okay, let's just analyze 1 second these options. Now that we have the possibility, you know, to do it. So we have Lost Twin. We have Temple. So Temple is going full crystal. Lost Twin is going full azure. I have no idea why. Eclipse is going crystal and dark. This is very nice. I think this matches a lot. Thunderstorm is going full red, I think, for the electricity. Invasion goes brown for creatures. I think it makes sense. Saved by a spell. It goes to blue way. I don't know why this should be blue, by the way. The tempted betrayal. There were at least 2 people that really didn't want you to come to this world. To the consideration of the birth. The spell was cast on your mother to have it die before your birth. Oh my god. None discovered the spell to your birth due to your luck or your... None discovered the spell to your birth due to your luck or your body characteristic. You survived the evil spell. The evil spell. Holy shit. Holy shit. Why your mother always need to die? I don't know. I mean, why so many people need to die in this character creation? Happy birthday, still 50 minutes to do it. Actually, I was born in the morning. I was born in the morning of the 14th of October, for what I know, like at 9 a.m. So in theory, it's already gone. Faint is equal to die, no? Or faint is just having pain. Ah no, feign is only to pass out. I mean, to temporarily pass out. I mean, she's not dead, okay? She's not dead. She's not dead. Okay. I don't want every time someone to die in this freaking character creation. Passing out but not dead. Because, okay, the Lost Twin was dead. Can we have the Lost Twin not die, but the Lost Twin just disappear? Yeah, I will have the Lost Twin disappear. You had a twin that disappeared just few hours after your birth. No one knew what happened to him or where he is now. The event left you with something special in your heart. You still think some of your twin is with you? No. The event left you with the will to find him, and sometimes you seems to hear his voice. Oh, fuck you. Sorry. I didn't want the twin to die. I didn't want the twin to die. It just disappeared. So you had a twin, and then no one knew where he went. Maybe he was you know, abducted by someone. It was, but anyway, maybe he's still alive. Okay. Okay, the day of the eclipse is fine. The day of the thunderstorm is fine. There was a big thunderclap and not the voice of your mother. That's very nice. I think we need hundreds of them, though. I don't want to have 10. I want to have like 100. The day of your birth was a man. A lot of people. Okay, invasion. Very complex day for your mother. Because a horde of monsters managed... Why is always the complex day for your mother? Like, the father is never there. The father is never there. He's always mother. It was a very complex day for your parents. Okay? Because a horde of monsters managed to arrive very close to the city, engulfing your village. You were born while monsters and guards were fighting just a few meters away. The first thing you heard were sword clashing and monster screamings. Was swords clashing and screaming. Okay, that's very nice. So you may still remember, you know, the event. You were saved by a spell. You were saved by a spell cast by a family friend. Called this last one. We're seeing we're really turning the wrong way. Your mother was nearly dying from pain. Oh my god, again. Your mother was nearly dying from pain trying to give birth to you, and you were not a strong child. What do you mean you were not a strong child? The spell saved both and left some magic energy with you. I don't like it. It was spell as and you were not a... The spell saved you both. Which kind of bonus? I think this one in the old character creation was giving you some maluses. But you were saved by a spell cast by a family friend. Let's put it in another way. Your mother was put under a spell. Your mother was put under a spell. No, your mother was discovered to be under a spell in the day of your birth. I mean, without specifying if it was like super bad or your mother discovered to be was discovered to be under a spell in the day of your birth. Day of your birth. The spell was, well, we can even say a curse if we want. Under a curse is too bad. Under a curse in the day of your birth. No one discovered why or who. So let's put some mystery. So you can anyway, you know, invent your own story if it was, you know, on the day of your birth, okay? Yeah, consider that all of this has not been written by English-speaking people. I mean, by English native people. Your mother was discovered to be under a curse on the day of your birth. Under a curse spell. Can you say curse spell, or can you say a spell which was a curse? Under a magic curse on the day of your birth. Not discover why or who casted it on her. You were saved at the last minute by a family friend. Who purged the evil energy. Without was nearly dying from pain. I mean, I don't want that. Who purged the evil energy and infused in you a blessing. Ah, finally. The spell saved both and left some magic energy within you. Okay, perfect. In you and infused in you a blessing. The spell saved both and... Oh, finally some positive story. Who cast it on her? Ah, yes, sorry. Yeah, because in Italian the past is always the spell saved both and left some magic within you. Okay. Beautiful. There were at least 2 people that really didn't want you to come to this world. Due to the consensus of dead birds. A spell was cast on your mother to have you die before birth. Oh my god. Non discover the spell to your birth, but due to the luck, your body characteristics survive the evil spell. Tempted betrayal. Okay. I mean, now we changed all the others, so this is the only one that is really speaking about someone dying or someone trying to kill you. So someone was trying to kill you. It's very interesting, this one, that he's saying they really didn't want you to come to this world to the consequences of that birth. So maybe it was, you know, kind of someone that, I mean, you were about to, you know, be the, how to say, be the, I cannot find the word. But anyway, heritage or non-discovered, maybe try, no one discovered. What? No one discovered. No one discovered. The spell to your bird, due to your luck, or your body characteristics survive the spell. Okay. For example, this one should be resistance to dark, in my point of view. I mean, I don't know why it's resistance to red. I mean, someone wanted to kill you. Snow and cold. If you can understand how you survive as your mother... Oh, again! I mean, in my birth, I always need to die. Why? Oh my god. If you can understand how you survived as your mother fainted giving birth to you. She was traveling alone, fearless as ever, but didn't know that during the day you wanted to come to this world. The path was on a snowy mountain and temperature was very low. You were born in the snow with the cold winds giving you the first welcome. I mean, I'm fine with the second part, but not the first one. If you can understand how you survived... Are you survived wait. If you can understand how you survived as your always your mother, but okay. Your mother was traveling alone. As your mother was traveling alone, fearless as ever, but didn't know that during that day you wanted to come to this world. The path was on a snowy mountain, temperature was very low. You were born in the snow. Okay, like this is fine. At least she didn't die, pass out, be in pain or whatever. Resistance to blue way. Okay. I think it makes sense. Inside a cave. Your mother didn't want to tell anyone about your birth, fearing the consequences. So she decided to have the lab all alone. She hid is the past of hide. Hid in a cave near the city, and after birth she left you there. Coming to see you just to feed you. Luckily, others discovered the secret very soon, and the shared life ended a few days after your birth. Why? No. Why it doesn't go on for a bit and you make a friend of a bear that was living there? Few days is too little. Few weeks. So you have this kind of past of living in a cave, I think is nice. Resistance to brown way makes a lot of sense. There were a period of time in which a story was very popular between villages. The story was saying that one of the higher priests was born with a glyph symbol on his belly. From that point on, a common practice grew up mostly amongst the lower population. Just after birth, the baby had a glyph painted on his belly by his mother. You were one of those, and with some shame, you still believe that the glyph symbol gave some magical ability to you. Interesting. 209, saved by a spell. The spell saved both, and you might have discovered beyond the magic coast of the not discovered why we cast. You were saved by last minute by a family friend who purged an evil energy and infused in you a blessing. The spell saved both. What do you want to change? The title, saved by a spell. You put non-discovered. No one discovered. No one discovered. Okay. I got it. Yeah, I got it. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, I think in the chat there is still someone that was connected to the Unreal Engine stream and they just left the stream open. And so they are here, but they don't even know that they are there. The Ritual of the Sign. I think this one is very cool. Now, it's very, 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 very specific. So imagine, you know, imagine having 1,000 players and, you know, 50 of them choose this option and then they go around telling them that and the other guys say, oh, me as well, you know? So this is one of the issue of these choices is that if they are too specific, they make, you know, multiple people choosing the same a bit weird when they meet because they're like, oh, I can tell you about my past. My past was very special. I had a sign on my belly. And the other guy says, yeah, the same to me. I did the same. Same happened to me. So maybe a bit weird. But this is why I think we need, you know, 100 of them. Well, not 100, but maybe 20. At the moment we have 12. I mean, 12 is not bad. The last one is birds on your house. During your birth, several birds. Oh my god, birth and birds. Several were seen flying and screaming on top of your house. Many started to speculate about this fact, and still today, some have superstition about you being cursed. Holy shit. While others just consider this a strange fact, this gave you mixed feeling about nature. Interesting. That is an interesting one. Okay, guys, now I need 4 or 5 more. I need 4 or 5 more. 214. I cannot go 215 because he's here. So we will. If you want to add new numbers, I need to go 400 or something. Yeah, I need to go 400. It's okay. Numbers don't really matter. Why? No. Why this is different than this? Because there is a number. Okay. Give me 2 or 3 other ideas. Give me 2 or 3 other ideas. I think the fact that you were forest. The fact that you were grown up in a forest by an animal is very nice. You gain point while watching. Use point to see how many. Yes, use point to see how many. Why lol? You do it, man. You do it. Do points and you will see. Do it. Do it. Do exclamation mark points. How can we say it? We can say forest house. No, forest. We can say a strange babysitter. No, a strange babysitter is not. For resistance. We go for resistance. All this section is resistance. This will be all resistance. Resistance to magic and bonus to magic. And natural friend. I like the natural friend being a double meaning. A natural friend. Okay. A natural friend. You were left. No, you were born. You were born. No, you were left in a forest just after your birth. You never met your parents. Ah! You never met your parents. But you had a very special one. As I think I should add something like, you know, add the animal you like. You know, add the animal as one as one found you and provided food. Is it even possible? Depends. If he's a mammal and he has milk, I think it may work. But I mean, can a baby be raised by animals? I think it's possible, right? 6 cases of children raised by animals. Easy. Well documented. Okay. More options. Oh my god. Enable, no. Enable, no. British Hours Marina Chapman will tell them bedtime story about growing up in the jungle. There were no fairy tales. So at the age of 5, was reportedly kidnapped. But she was age of 5 though, so she was already, you know, alive. Raised by monkeys. Raised by goats. Goats have milk actually, so it may work. Okay, let's say various animals. We don't care. You were left in a forest just after your birth. You never met your parent, but you had a very special. But wild animals adopted you, and fed you as real parents. Okay, I think that's it. A natural friend. 15. A natural family. A natural family. When you were born, Xiosia... No! It's impossible, Hula. We are in another world. When you are born, you are not in Iliacum. Unless you are a lemur or you are a cran. You are born on your own planet. So they should not be related in any way to... And you are called Romulus. No. Yeah, actually... Yes. Resistant to dark way. So this one can be... This one should have a strong brown way. Maybe it can be a mix of brown and... I don't know what can be. It can be a mix of brown and blue. We can have brown and blue here. We can have brown and blue. We can have resistance to blue and bonus to brown. I don't know, nocturnal, diurnal, I really need to fix them. Well, the eclipse, we can put the nocturnal one. Thunderstorm, we can put the nocturnal. This can be a diurnal. This can be a diurnal, I guess. This can be a nocturnal. This can be a diurnal. This can be a nocturnal as well. This can be this can be a diurnal. This can be a diurnal, and this can be I don't know, a nocturnal. Okay, let me read what you said. Apart from you were called Romulus. Your father, stressed by working on his farm, needed help and pulled you from school early to work on the farm. No, that's not the birthday. I mean, we have birth, which is this section. Then we have childhood. So what you are saying is more on the childhood part. The only problem of this part is that, for example, if we choose siblings, and you choose two of them, wait a second, this is not working, huh? Now this one we need to change, right? Because childhood cannot be siblings, one siblings, many siblings. This has to be changed. Because we have many choices and you cannot choose two of them unless we do the trick of excluding the others, but it's a mess. Okay, but we will go. So the early life, so just to summarize, we have the zodiacs, the birth, the early life, which is the childhood, the main activity that you had in your life until you were 18 or so, the side activity where you were 18 or so, the religion, did we remove the religion? No, we kept the religion. Okay. The relationships, right, that you had with people, and then other random life events. Okay. So at the moment we are working only on the birth event. Okay. Now the whole purpose of this is to inspire people to roleplay their character. Okay. The whole purpose of this is to inspire people to roleplay and to think to their background and to associate traits and special things to their character, right? Okay, so we can keep the one learner. We can keep the working on farm, blah, 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 for the next one. As a child, your mother was herbalist and believed that herbal remedy were best. You gain a great affinity for natural remedy and develop resistance to poison. We can have something about poison if we want. But I don't know if I want to have the other resistances here. Well, maybe yes. Maybe the resistance to poison and the resistance to disease can be in other categories, but I think it would be nice if we stay with all the resistances will be in your birth event. Right? Even if I understand that resistance to disease, for example, we put a bit of that into this. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we will mix. Okay, other ideas? I mean, about the herbalism, I think we can... You were born by a Xiosa priest that blessed you with some gift. You were born very close to the crystal because of your mother. No, you cannot be in the crystal. We are in the other worlds, boys. Follow me, follow me. Follow me. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. Other planets, okay? Other planets. Other planets, different religion, different creatures, different landscape, different everything, okay? Then, oops, then our world, okay? Our world. And we fly through the sky. And we fly through portals, okay? So, when we are born... Oops. When we are born, we are here, okay? We are not here. So the birth events must be on your home planet. And you may say, oh, but the Kran and the Lemur are born in this planet. Oops, are born in this planet. Yes, I know, but I don't want to have options that are valid also for only for certain races, or at least not yet. Maybe we will add them in the future, but at the moment, if I do that, it will make it too complex. So they must be generic enough, so without having references to the crystal, to Xiosia, to Talad, to Lanx, to the stalagmite, to anything. They should be just generic. So they may happen in those worlds, you know, or it may also happen in this world, but they should be generic enough. Okay, boys? But the herbalist things we can use. Maybe we can have a poison of some kind, or we can have you can be born next to a volcano, or you can be born during a volcanic eruption, like the thunderstorm. You know, we can have other, you know, natural events like earthquakes, volcanoes, hurricanes. I don't know. We can have other natural events that are happening when you were born. Do we want an earthquake? Which one we want? Do we want any other natural events, or do we want any other natural events? I mean, we can. We can. Do we want to have a switch of baby? A baby switch? So that basically you lived with another family for a long time? I mean, it can be here though. It can be in the childhood. I mean, the switch can be when you are born, but in reality, I think we can have a switch. Let's have a baby switch. How do we call it? We call it the other family. Your parent tried to cross the XYZI mountaineer range at the time of your birth. Your father was accused by a corrupt politician of stealing, which caused us to fly through the mountains. Hiding in the cold cave of the mountain, your mother gave birth to you, giving you resistance to cold magic, a cold giving you bonus to hunting and mining because your family stayed in the mountains. Isn't this one too close to this one? I mean, it's very, very similar to this one. Very, very, very. It's very similar to this. The other family. Someone planned to get... Someone planned to So someone planned to change the history of your family or your family tree. Family tree or family heritage? Family, how do you say when family tree, family heritage? You want a lot of variety with similar bonuses. I want more variety. I'm focusing more on the story than the bonuses. But I mean, the bonuses we can always adapt, so it's not a... And also I want these things to be... I mean, to instill... To put a seed... To place a seed for developing a story, right? So that the player can say, okay, I like this kind of idea and I'm developing in that direction, right? And swapped you with another baby. Just after you were born. Now, let's say that is a bit weird because, I mean, in medieval times there was not really a hospital, you know. So it's not that there is an hospital where you can swap babies, right? Before the mother can actually see it. And it's very unlikely that two babies are born exactly at the same time. So this option is very unpractical. It's very unpractical in medieval times. It's very, very, very unpractical. Probably it's not even possible. I don't know. Maybe it's not a good idea. Maybe it's not a good idea. I mean, I like the idea that there could be some planning, but or we can ignore the fact that it's impossible or very hard to achieve. I mean, how can someone plan that and have another baby? I mean, unless the mother is really, you know, disappearing somehow and so no one knows about this baby. I mean, so that she doesn't recognize him, they can swap it. But if they don't swap it immediately... Your mother had an affair with a wealthy, corrupt politician. After you were born, a politician had your mother arrested, but you survived being taken by a midwife. You suffer abandonment issue, but learn to work on the street and get strands of authority. Your mother had an affair with a wealthy, corrupt politician. After you were born, a politician had your mother arrested. Holy shit. What is a midwife? You suffer abandonment issue. Yeah, they can be okay. So basically she never recognized you as a child? Why he arrested her? I mean, if they had an affair, I guess they were in good terms, right? Because he didn't want the baby, but if he arrests her, it's even worse because then he doesn't know. I mean, he has to arrest her plus get rid of the baby somehow. But I like the beginning, I just don't like the middle part. Okay, let me leave that one, even if it's a bit unrealistic, but I think is a fun option anyway. So I will leave the 401, even if it's not. He didn't know about the child. Holy shit! I didn't know about the child. Yeah, but it means that for 9 months, you know, he didn't. I mean, they had an affair, and then the child is born after 9 months, right? So for 9 months, they had. I mean, it's a bit complex from the timing perspective. So he arrested the child as well? Oh my god. He arrested the mother with the child? No. No, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Which is starting from your idea, but is a bit different. Denial. Denial. I don't know how to say. Found a good way to say VIP denial. Your mother had an affair with a wealthy, corrupt politician. As soon as he knew you were born. As soon as he knew you were born. He can do different things. He can take you with him, but not recognize the mother, which would be a bit weird but interesting. Like, he recognized the child, but he arrests the mother because he doesn't want the mother to be, you know, the mother. Yes, I think we can do that. As soon as you were born, he managed to have your mother arrested, putting her into silence, and recognized you as a child with his current wife. But then it means that the wife is also in agreement to this mess. Maybe not. One learner once said that. No, it's not VIP denial anymore. Your mother had an affair with a wealthy corrupt politician. As soon as he knew you were born, he managed to have your mother arrested, putting her into silence. And up to here I think is okay, because he doesn't want the child to be... But... well, maybe he can do one good thing and one bad thing, okay? The bad thing is to put her into silence. But helped you to grow up, providing money, undercover money. The problem is that you will be so upset that you would go back to, so you would like, okay, fuck, I mean, you're giving me money, but at the same time you jailed my mother. I mean, what the hell? I don't want your money. I mean, depends how you are, but you would probably say, I don't want your money at all. You know, I mean, it's a bit of a weird situation. I mean, would you accept something like that? I think it's very hard to accept. I mean, you may have plans to free your mother, you know? But at the same time, I mean, if he's powerful, I mean, if he's a wealthy, corrupt politician, you cannot really go against him and say no. So I think you have to accept this shitty situation until you kill him, or until... Yeah, I think I like this thing. It's a bit weird, but I think I like it. So you have to choose. You have to choose if you want to stay to the game. I mean, if you. I mean, you may decide not to take the money. I mean, it's up to you. How do we call this? Yin and yang, love and hate. We call it. I mean, it's good on one hand, but it's bad on the other hand, right? So it's like if this guy has one hand which is good and one hand which is bad. Two-sided behavior. I don't know. Two-sided. Or we can just call it a difficult choice, you know. A difficult choice. I don't know. I mean, for sure, it's very hard choice. I mean, but you don't really have a choice, though. I mean, a difficult gift. I mean, it's like the money is like a gift, but it's difficult to accept it, you know? The unwanted gift. Can you say the unwanted gift in English? I mean, a gift that you don't want. The unwelcomed gift. The unwelcomed. Can you say unwelcomed? I don't know. Yes, you can. And in Italian is perfect. In Italian is exactly what I wanted to say. Okay. Another one. I want 1 million of them. 1 million! And then I will use them all as background for my tabletop for my tabletop group as a background. Okay. Gion, do you have an idea? Do you have an idea of one thing that may happen? When you are born. I mean, we can go with more natural events, but I don't know if natural events are really fun, you know? So you are born, and as soon as you are born, you are speaking a language. Holy shit. You're speaking a language for like half an hour and then never again. No, that's too much, huh? That's too much. It's too much. You are born and you can... you are born. You are born... Hula, tell us what happened when you were born. Maybe we get an idea. Maybe we get a good idea. Heritage. Heritage, you say in English? Heritage, polluted heritage, no, heritage, uncertain heritage. And you are dead for 5 minutes? No! I don't want people die in this game. Another story could be, your father is well regarded as a powerful, successful businessman, your mother is a brilliant in the science. When you are young, your father passes away, and soon after your mother tells you that your father acquired this great wealth on a single gamble he has won. She tells you she is diagnosed herself as having an incurable disease. You must decide, should you keep the wealth or use it to give it to research for cure? Dramatically incurable disease. This we can use, maybe it's not bad. This one maybe we can use in the childhood though. Remember that we have childhood here. So we are discussing about the birth event only. So something special should have happened there. You can be born in another world. Wow, born in another world? Born in another world, Born in another world is a bit too much, but let me think. You may be born... I mean, born under a spell, but born in another plane? I mean, born in another plane is GG, bro. It's too much. I mean, are you coming back then? I mean, born in another plane. I don't really see it. I mean, I don't see it in an easy way because it is really a lot. You said it's not really a... Yes, everyone is born in his own planet, man. That I told you already. You see the planets? I can show them to you. Oh fuck, it's 6 a.m. for sure in the server. Yes, it's 6 a.m. You have the planets, no? The thingies. You remember the thingies? Homeworld. No, race, creation. I always forget. No, yeah, you see the homeworlds where you are born, like the aliens are born here. And, you know, and the other guys are born there. So, yes, everyone is born in other planets. But you want... Now I think I understand what you say. So is that even if you are born here, you have some knowledge of the gods of another planet. But you are too young. I mean, you are just born. How can you have that knowledge? You are just born. I mean, we are discussing about events when you are born. Let me see if I can take something from the one learner phrases. Your father regards pop starts with abysm. Your mother is a brilliant in the science. When you're young, your father passes away. As soon as you're after, your mother tells you that your father acquires great wealth on a single campus. It tells you that... yeah, but this is the childhood. It's not the birth. I mean, that idea can be okay, but here. Can you be born? Can you be born with a sign on your body? The problem is that the sign, we have it here already. Can you be born with what? I mean, you can be born with an eye of a different color, but I don't find it particularly interesting. Can be born... I mean, you can be born with some disabilities, but I don't think it's nice to put in. You can be born very early or very late. But I don't think that's very interesting. You can be born very weak, I mean very light or very heavy. But I don't think that's interesting either. You can be born With wings, no. With wings is impossible. You can be born under a specific zodiacs, and we have it. Your mother has a wealthy father. What? Your mother has a wealthy father who has forbidden your eventual father from seeing her. They disobey. Your mother has a wealthy father who forbidden your eventual father from seeing her. Okay. They disobey. Your mother father finds them and ensuing angry argument your father is mortally wounded, but your mother kills her. Father striking him on the head with a shovel. Yeah, but all those one learner are for the childhood. I think it's okay. I mean, some of them are good, but we need to finish the birth event. Do you understand the difference between the two or not? I think you do, but I think those are good for the childhood, but we need, I mean, before going to the childhood, we need to analyze all the ones that we have and see if we don't have already some duplicates and change them, right? I mean, unless we say that she strike the father exactly the day where you were born, then okay. I mean, if it's exactly that day, but it's a bit of a dark story though, but I mean, one thing that can be fun or kind of fun is that your mother was very, very young when you were born. And consider in medieval time, you know, 14, 15 years old was already, you know, the time to have a baby. And maybe at 16, you know, they were already considered a bit old. So, but we can say that the mother was young and yeah, but this is also true. And then no, I was thinking that to hide you, she presented you as her sister or as you know, as a sister instead of a child. But the problem is that this one is also on the childhood, is not in the birth event, is a childhood event. I mean, like, so like basically your mother was presenting you to the rest of the society as the sister or brother instead of child. And if she's young enough, it can be, right? I mean, if the distance is like 15 years, I think is doable. But it is for the childhood as well. I don't know if I can think to something else at the moment, but I don't know. Birth events. Fantasy birth events. Fantasy events. Luna birth events. The eclipse we have already. The eclipse we have. Chase events. Birthday. Final Fantasy Wiki. I know, it's a list of birthday of people. I mean, there can be an event in the city, you know, so you may be born in the same day of someone famous, or you can be born when the city is under siege, or you can be born when the city gets liberated, or you can be born when holy shit. That one I think is a good one learner, but I don't know if I want to put it in, but I think it's very interesting. I mean, as a role play trait, I think would be very nice to have. Hello, Shakama. Hello. Welcome. In my birthday, which is today, we are discussing about birth events to add to the character creation. You were born in a field of butterflies because it was your mother favorite place. You are raised love and cared for because our working father was a great farmer and your mother was a wonderful herbalist. Yeah, but what is about the butterflies? So do you like the butterflies now? You were born in a field of butterflies. You were born in a field of butterflies. Sorry, no gifts. It's not a problem. Already yesterday. Well, depends on the time zone. Depends on the time zone, Hula. If you look at New York time zone, easy still my birthday. New York time. No. New York time in New York. Time in New York, you say? Still my birthday. You have to put it in the title. People love birthday. Yes. Maybe. Hello, Piak Machine. Thank you. Today's my birthday. Yeah, by the way, also this one, you know, also this 402 is a bit childhood more than, but, you know, the only good part is that as soon as you were born, hey, yeah, maybe also this one is childhood though. Well, also this one, maybe also this one. I don't know. I think we can have a bit and a bit. I think it's okay. Remember that the only point is that this section, you can choose only one. This section, you can choose only one. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, the fact that Unreal rated me is very, very nice. They rated me already in the past, but they rated me with the new community manager now, which is nice. Victor in the previous one was rating me sometime. He rated me twice, I think. I don't remember. I think twice. The point is that people can choose only one of this, right? And this is why they should be very, very exclusive. So one is excluding the other, right? Somehow. I think that 401 and 402 may be moved to childhood, maybe. Even if you cannot choose more than one. Maybe not. Maybe not. Ah, Victor was here. I think he was a good community manager. Other ideas? Other ideas? I mean, we can put few natural events. I think it's not a problem. We can put few natural events. Like if we want resistant to red, we can put a volcano. You know, we can easily put a volcano. We can easily put... can you be born on a boat somewhere in the middle of the ocean? A weaving waves. Can you be born in... Can you be born... I think the volcano we can use it. I mean, it's super easy. You were born during a volcano eruption. You think some of the natural power of art is still with you? I think that's an easy one. I mean, it's really easy. So bonus to red way, done, you know. Easy. I don't know if I want to have it on a boat. Like Blue Way again. On the day you were born, the angels got together and decided to make a dream come true. Yeah, it was very good. Thank you a lot. I think it was very nice. Thank you a lot. I was surprised that they knew, you know, because someone joined saying happy birthday. I was like, what? Unreal Engine is keeping track. I was like, Unreal Engine is keeping track of the people that are streaming and their birthdays. I was like, what the hell? I didn't think immediately that someone told them, you know. I was really thinking that they were kind of tracking, you know, developers. By the way, we are not too many. I mean, if you look at Twitch and you take all the people that are streaming Unreal Engine regularly, I mean regularly meaning nearly every day, we are not so many people. We are maybe like, I don't know, 10 people overall. Then there are people that are streaming sometimes, but if you take the people that are streaming Unreal Engine every day, is really few. So maybe I said, oh, maybe they are keeping track of us, you know? Born by the beach. Yeah, born by the beach or born on a ship. Born on a ship. Born on a ship. We can say born on a ship. I mean, like your mother and your parents were traveling, were traveling or were escaping or were doing something. They were escaping. Or on a long trip, you know. Sailing somewhere. Sailing, I don't know, but it also needs to be a bit interesting, you know. I mean, a bit of a special event. The fact that we're just sailing somewhere, I don't know. Unless we say something like the unexistent treasure. And they were trying to find a treasure somewhere and they went by boat and they never found it. They never found it. But you were born while going there, I don't know, in a ship. I think being on a ship, I mean, being born on a ship, I think is very hard because there is no, I don't know, there is not an easy way to take care of you, but On a ship, huh? On a ship. On a ship. Not on a sheep. On a ship. Eloise, you first Crimson. Yeah, exactly. There is also Vex. Do you know Vex? Vex is a very, very good one and is always on every day. Vex FX. I would suggest you to watch him if you don't know him, but I guess you do. This guy is developing a cyberpunk game. And the problem is that he's usually starting when I finish, or even later than when I finish, because he's in US. I think he's on the west side, and so for him, his evening, he's starting like in 2 hours or 3 hours from now. So he's usually streaming very, very, very late, my time, until the morning, basically. But he's on basically every day. And he's doing very long stream, as you can see, 6 hours, 7 hours, 7 hours, 6 hours, 6 hours. He's developing a very nice game. Very nice game. Okay, I think I need to go soon, boys. I need to go very soon. But I think we did some good things. I mean, the problem of these things is that
simple pleasures for a simple man.
Exactly. I think it takes a lot of time, but at the end is nice, you know. But it takes a lot of time to think to all the options. How can we say the one born on a ship? I think we can use it. Ship, sailing something. Sailing. Luch Labs is making a card game C++ in Unreal, but I think it's almost finished. Oh, okay. A card game. Interesting. So let's say your parents were traveling by boat. Your parents were on a very long trip from one continent to the other. Wow, really? Traveling by boat, and you were bored. You feel the sea as your own house, as your home. Do you say this in English? You feel this. You feel. I don't think it's correct. You consider the sea as your home. Bah. I was liking feel more, but I don't know. I will keep it this way. If it's not correct, GG. I can write them as fast as I can type. What do you mean? So this one will give you blue magic, you know, blue thingies for sure. I just maybe need a better name. The long journey. Unexpected eruption. Your father was a sailor and always at sea. Your mother waited on him for the shore, but finally your father convinced her to join him at sea. You were born in the sea and rocked to sleep, each night by the gentle ocean in the life of the sea you call home. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. We're born to see and to sleep each night. What do you mean your mother were waiting on the shore? I mean, every day for years she was waiting there and say, hey, I don't want to come on the boat. And he was saying, oh, please join me on the boat. No, I don't want. And that was going on for years. And then at a certain day, she jumped on the boat and GG, they said, maybe let's make a baby now that you are here. I don't know. It's a bit weird on timing again. It's a bit weird on timing. The long journey. I think there are enough options anyway. I think we have 17 options. I mean, it starts to be a nice set, you know? At least 17 people can have a different background for this part. Well, we have nothing special, but we need to have it because it's one choice, and so this will cost 0. Let me think to something else. So the curse on the mother, we did it. The swap, we did it. The city, we did it. The cave, we did it. The eclipse, the temple, we did it. The birds on your house, okay. The fact that you were lost, the fact that you had a twin, the fact you were on a boat. Yeah, I mean, I'm very sure from that, but I think it's this one. They were on a long trip and they went to sea. So it's already contained, it's already included in this one. We need more events, you know, we need more birth events, but I think it's enough for now. I think we added, you know, we added 5 and we fixed a lot of them. Did you do that your mother was a temple virgin and your father a landless rogue story? No, we didn't. But what's special about your birth? I mean, we are not speaking about the parents. We are speaking about your birth, okay? Your parents and how they treat you in the first years is part of your childhood. Here we are speaking of what happened exactly in the day that you were born. Exactly in the day. Exactly in the moment. Right? If your parents were this and that, and if they did this and that, we don't care too much in the birth. We care in the childhood. So the fact that you are born in a boat is a bit weird, you know. So that's the event. So that you are born in a different element. I mean, like if you are born underwater, I don't know. But something must have happened exactly when you are born, exactly at that time, and so it should have influenced your birth somehow, right? Influence that day. I mean, you could have been kidnapped immediately. But I don't know if being kidnapped is really having any effect. You could have been poisoned and survive, which is a bit similar to this, just with the difference that this one is your mother was under a spell, but someone could have tried to poison you, you know? Someone could try to poison you when you were born, which is similar to the swap. Lightning struck and your mother spontaneously conceived you. That's very good. That's very good. Never go in a temple when it rains. Never go in a temple when it rains. Yes, that one is a birth event for sure. That one, yes. That one, yes. I don't know if it's really, you know, what I want to put in the list, but that is definitely a birth event, 100%. But I mean, is it really, you know, realistic? It's not very realistic. I mean, how it could happen? I mean, it's really magic. I mean, it's pure magic. I mean, you could do it that the lightning struck and you were born prematurely, but also that one is a bit weird, you know. In electricity, like your mother is like, ah. I don't know. It sounds a bit weird. It sounds a bit weird. I mean, we can have another twin, but not lost. We could have another twin, which is instead of the twin that disappeared, the twin that remained. But I don't know. I mean, having a twin anyway is very special, right? In every possible way. So if you have a twin, definitely your birth is different than normal, for sure. The problem is that I don't know if I want to have a lost twin and a twin that remains. But if the twin remains, then where is it? For example, a funny one is when you have a twin of the other gender, of the other sex, right? I had two friends. They were twins, but one was a girl and one was a boy. Which is kind of weird, but it may happen. It may happen. I think we covered most of them. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Yeah, I will go as well. Yes, thank you was good. Thank you a lot. Thank you. Opposite sex twin is like Genshin Impact stars. I see. Okay, but I think it's a good list. We can add few more. I will add. I think more ideas will come to my mind, and I will add more than this. But I think it's fine. I think it's good. We can go to the childhood. In the childhood, they can select as many as they want. And I think there we can really go wild, you know. In fact, there are already many, but I think we can really go wild in this part. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna go. Tomorrow I'm not here because I'm again role-playing thingies. I see Acheta Games is on. Let me see if he's doing Unreal Engine or not. I think he's not doing Unreal though.
Kambalash. Whatever it's.
We can raid him anyway, but rusting away with GDK 4. Yes, he's still the Epic Asset Manager. Yeah, he's doing Unreal something. Okay, so I think we can raid him. So if you want to raid him together with me, just go here to my Twitch thingy. And we will raid him, and so you will be transported magically. You will be magically transported to another streamer. And meanwhile, have a good night or have a good evening. Speak to you soon on Saturday. And I'm gonna go. So bye-bye. If you want to follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, that would be nice. Also, you can check our Patreon site, which is patreon.com/planeshift, and you can support the development of the game. See you, boys. See ya.